Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
And
Hello.
thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to be in traffic to get here. But it's okay because we're here. So these are some of the artists that you will be seeing at the Holiday Harvest of Art happening this Sunday from 2 to 6. There's no need to get up early. It starts at 2. And it's going to be at the Denton Women's Club. So we have Chad Duckworth, who works in metal, with metal, not in metal. You work with metal. We have Leslie Kregel, yes, who does beautiful wool art, and Al Key, photographer. So thank you all for being here. And yeah, I think if we're going to do this one by one so we don't talk over each other, but Chad, tell us a little bit about what you do, when you got started, and that whole spiel.
Oh, when I got started. Well, my sculpture career, I guess you would say, started when I gave up on theater and walked across campus and talked to the art department at TWU and just switched. But it was I just like to make things. I don't care what it is. You give me a hammer and a couple sticks and I'll make something out of it. I guess you would consider me a little bit of a traditionalist or a neoclassicist because I prefer craftsmanship. If being a craftsman is good enough for Michelangelo, it's good enough for me. Mm-hmm. So if I'm working in steel or something like that, I'm more of a modernist. I like geometric shapes juxtaposed and balance and the 5 elements of design. But now I'm working more, I guess you would say, functional. For this show, I'll be doing some sheet metal copper, some poured copper, poured aluminum, a little bit of wood mixed with poured aluminum, and some repurposed stuff. So I'm bringing a wide variety of things to this show.
That's awesome.
So I don't know. I guess that's why I hit it off with Randall Good, is because I have a great, I guess, love for the tradition, for the classics of art.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like it's very limited now,
Well, contemporary has moved away, in my opinion, not everybody, but it's kind of moved away from craftsmanship to more of, I don't know how to describe it.
But
it's kind of that way, There's a lot of good contemporary art out there. It's just I prefer to work with my hands, I guess you would say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as opposed to with a mouse click.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say it.
And Leslie, tell us a little bit about your creations.
Well, what I'm working in right now are mixed media fibers. I do a lot of repurposing textiles right now. I got into it by accident. I used to take this one sweater backpacking all the time. It was wonderful. It was this great wool. I wore it every trip I went on. And then it accidentally got in the washer and the dryer, and it came out like half the size that very small. And so rather than just throw it away, I thought, I'm going to do something with this. And a friend mentioned, oh yeah, I've seen people making all kinds of things out of that. So I looked at one of my husband Shannon's hats, and I thought, this is simple. This is like a rectangle stitched together onto a circle. I can do that. Mm-hmm. And so it all kind of started there. And then I started going and buying sweaters and washing them and drying them on purpose and shrinking them on purpose.
That's awesome.
And so now I have like a whole wall full of sweaters that have been washed and shrunken sweaters. But I was teaching at the time, and I spent 23 years in the public schools teaching. Oh. And so it sort of overlapped with the last few years of my teaching. And so when I retired, I rewired and just became a studio artist.
That's awesome.
And so, most of what I do is really a wintertime product. And so, this is the time of year when I'm doing shows and I'm in the studio.